The rain falls lightly outside the window of the loft apartment in Belltown, Seattle. Ethan Carter, 32, a software engineer, sits on the sofa, scrolling through his laptop in the dim light. He's been living with his girlfriend, Lauren Hayes, 29, an event planner, for a year, but lately she's grown distant, always busy with glamorous parties. Ethan thinks it's just work stress until tonight. His phone buzzes. A call from Lauren. "Ethan, I need space," she says, her voice mingling with music from an event. "I need to figure myself out. Don't contact me for a while, okay?" Ethan is stunned, his heart stings, but he nods at the dark screen. "All right, Lauren. Whatever you need, just say." The call ends, leaving him with the sound of rain and a sense of unease. Unable to sleep, Ethan scrolls through Instagram, searching for clues. Then he sees it, a live stream from Caleb Reed, Lauren's ex, an indie musician from Portland. In the frame, under the lights of a Hawaiian bar, Lauren appears, smiling brightly, her arm around Caleb. They're drinking cocktails as close as if they never broke up. Caption: "Living it up." Ethan feels blood rush to his head. Space. This isn't space. This is betrayal. He checks Lauren's messages again, sweet lies about figuring herself out. Caleb's live stream plays on, each second like a knife. Ethan slams the laptop shut, staring out the window. Seattle's rain grows heavier, mirroring the anger rising within him. Lauren doesn't just want time alone. She wants to keep him as a backup while testing things with Caleb, in his apartment, using his car. No, he won't be the fool. Ethan stands, his gaze resolute. If Lauren wants space, he'll give her an ocean. But first he's taking back what's his. The light rain has stopped, but Seattle's sky remains draped in gray outside Ethan's loft apartment. Inside, the space feels stiflingly quiet, broken only by the faint hum of his laptop fan. Ethan Carter, still reeling from Lauren's betrayal, paces the hardwood floor. The image of her smiling with Caleb in a Hawaiian bar stabs at his heart, but he's not about to drown in pain. Lauren showed her cards, now it's his turn. First, the apartment. This is his sanctuary, bought with late nights hunched over code. Lauren lived here rent-free, her clothes stuffed in drawers, scented candles cluttering the shelves. If she wants space, he'll give it to her, permanently. Ethan grabs his phone, searching for a locksmith. An hour later, Tony, a gruff man with a clanging toolbox, arrives. Changing locks? Trouble with the roommate? Tony asks, eyeing the modern apartment. Something like that, Ethan replies, keeping his tone guarded. Tony doesn't pry, getting to work replacing the lock and door handle. The $300 bill is a small price to erase Lauren's key from his life. As Tony packs up, Ethan spots his neighbor Henry, a retired jazz musician with a nosy streak, lingering in the hallway. "Everything all right, kid?" Henry asks, leaning on his cane. Ethan forces a smile. "Just securing the place, Henry. Nothing big." Henry raises an eyebrow but shuffles back to his apartment, leaving Ethan to test the new lock. The bolt clicks sharply like sealing a vault. Next, the car, a sleek Tesla Model 3, Ethan's pride. He bought it last year to help Lauren, whose credit score couldn't even secure a bicycle loan. She needed it for her event planning job, she said, and Ethan, the supportive boyfriend, agreed to let her use it. But the title, loan, and insurance? All in his name. She made monthly payments, sure, but that was just rent, not ownership. Now that Tesla is a symbol of her audacity, parked in his reserved spot while she parties with Caleb. Ethan calls a Tesla dealership in Capitol Hill. "I want to sell my Model 3, he says, voice steady. The manager, a cheerful woman named Carla, asks for details, year, mileage, condition. Ethan drives over, spare key cold in his hand. The dealership smells of new leather and ambition. Carla inspects the car, jotting notes on a clipboard. "Looks good. Needs a full check, but I can offer around $32,000 pending paperwork," she says. Ethan nods, signing initial documents to start the process. "Takes a few days," Carla adds. He leaves the car, taking an Uber back. The empty parking spot outside his building feels like a victory. Back at the loft, Ethan severs the digital ties binding him to Lauren. The shared Netflix account, where she binged rom-coms while he worked. Cancelled. Spotify with playlists full of Caleb's songs? Deleted. Then the joint savings account for their future vacation. $1,500, mostly his money. Lauren has no legal claim, so Ethan transfers it to his personal account with a few clicks. Each action feels like dismantling their shared life, but also reclaiming himself. He starts packing Lauren's things, dresses, makeup, a stack of self-help books she never read. He folds them neatly into boxes, resisting the urge to toss them carelessly. A framed photo of them hiking in Olympic National Park catches his eye. Lauren's smile once warmed him, now it mocks him. He sets it aside, unsure whether to keep or burn it. His phone buzzes, a video call from Sarah, his closest colleague and friend. Her face appears in a cluttered Tacoma office. "You look like you got hit by a truck, Ethan." "What's going on?" she asks, sipping coffee. Ethan sighs, leaning against the kitchen counter. "Lauren didn't just want space, Sarah. She's in Hawaii with her ex, Caleb. Saw them on a live stream all cozy." He recounts the betrayal, voice restrained but sharp. Sarah's eyes widen. "That's low. What are you gonna do?" "Change the locks. Selling the Tesla." "Her stuff's packed," Ethan says, gesturing to the boxes. "She's not waltzing back like nothing happened." Sarah nods, her gaze fierce. "Good. Don't let her make you the backup plan. Stay firm, you're not wrong." Her words fuel him. Ethan isn't acting out of spite, he's setting boundaries. Lauren crossed a line, and he won't let her control him in his own home. The boxes now stacked neatly by the entrance, a barrier between past and future. He glances at the photo again, then flips it face down into a box. No more nostalgia. Outside, the rain has stopped, leaving the city shimmering with lights. Ethan stands by the window, Seattle's skyline a mosaic of glow. He feels an odd calm, like a storm has passed and he's still standing. Lauren will return soon and a confrontation is coming. He doesn't relish it, but he's ready. New locks, car gone, his resolve like steel. She wants to play games? Let her try. The hallway lights flicker faintly outside Ethan Carter's loft apartment in Belltown, Seattle. The rain has stopped, but the air feels heavy, like a prelude to another storm. Ethan, 32, sits in an armchair, laptop open, trying to stay calm. Lauren is back. He heard from a mutual friend that her flight landed this morning. Her key is useless now, the Tesla is at the dealership, and her belongings are stacked in boxes by the door. He's prepared, but his heart still races when he hears hurried footsteps in the hallway. A knock pounds on the door, rapid, almost a punch. "Ethan, open the door now." Lauren's voice is sharp, laced with frustration and panic. He takes a deep breath, stands, slides the chain lock and cracks the door, keeping his distance. Lauren stands there, hair disheveled, suitcase at her side, her Hawaiian tan stark under the hallway light. "What the hell is this?" "My key doesn't work," she yells, holding up the key like it might magically turn. Ethan crosses his arms, voice even. "I changed the locks last night, Lauren. You wanted space, so I gave it to you, fully." He watches her, waiting for a reaction. Her face shifts from anger to shock, then flares again. "Change the locks? Are you insane? This is my home too." Lauren steps forward, trying to push the door, but the chain holds firm. "Open it now, Ethan, I'm not joking." "My home?" Ethan cuts in, eyes cold. "You're not on the lease. And I did exactly what you asked. No contact, left you free." "How was the trip with Caleb?" He emphasizes Caleb's name, voice soft but cutting. Lauren blinks, stepping back slightly. "Caleb? What are you talking about?" "It was just a friend's trip, nothing more." She crosses her arms, trying to regain control, but her eyes dart sideways, betraying guilt. Ethan lets out a dry laugh, humorless. "Friends? So you're in his live stream, all over him in Hawaii while asking me to back off. Don't play me for a fool, Lauren." He pulls out his phone, the saved live stream ready, her and Caleb's image clear on the screen. Lauren opens her mouth but says nothing. High heels clack from the staircase. Mia, Lauren's best friend, storms up, ponytail high and eyes blazing. "Ethan, what kind of game are you playing? Locking Lauren out on the street? She just flew all day." Mia jabs a finger, her voice like she's addressing a crowd. Ethan tilts his head, unfazed. "Mia, this is my house. Lauren chose to party with her ex and told me to stay out of her way. I'm just respecting her wishes." "And her car? It's not hers. The Tesla's in my name and it's at the dealership." Lauren nearly screams. "My car. You had no right to sell it. I paid for it every month." She steps closer, trying to peer through the door crack as if the Tesla might appear in the living room. "You paid to use it," Ethan replies, calm but firm. "Title, insurance, all mine. Want to sue? Go ahead. But first, check what you actually own." He points to the boxes behind him. "Your stuff's here. Take it. But you're not stepping through this door." Mia jumps in, voice shrill. "Are you really this selfish, Ethan? After 2 years you treat her like garbage?" She just needed time to think. She moves forward as if to push the door, but Ethan holds his ground. "Time to think?" In Caleb's arms in Hawaii. Ethan raises an eyebrow. "She made her choice, Mia. Now she deals with the consequences. He looks at Lauren, no trace of sympathy. Want your stuff? It's here. But don't expect anything else. Lauren slams her hand against the door, tears glistening, real or staged he can't tell. Ethan, please. You can't do this. I need to get my personal things. In the car. I need it for work. Her voice cracks, but Ethan recognizes her familiar manipulation. Text me, pick a time. I'll leave the boxes outside. But you're not coming in, he says, voice unwavering. The car? Sold. It's done. Mia shakes her head, turning to Lauren. See? I told you he's not worth it. She pulls Lauren back, but Lauren keeps staring at Ethan, like she could burn through him with her eyes. You'll regret this, she whispers, voice thick with venom. Ethan closes the door, locks it, the click sounding like a verdict. Outside, he hears Lauren and Mia arguing, her voice rising, mixed with fading footsteps. He leans against the door, heart pounding, adrenaline surging. Part of him wants to open it, to hear her excuses, but reason holds him back. Lauren broke his trust and he owes her no second chances. He steps to the window, looking down at Seattle's neon-lit streets. The confrontation is over, but he knows the drama isn't. Lauren won't let go easily, it's not her style. But Ethan is ready. The apartment is his. The decisions are his. And this time he won't back down. The next morning, rare sunlight cuts through Seattle's clouds, spilling into Ethan Carter's Belltown loft. Ethan, 32, sits at the dining table, a cold coffee beside him. Last night's confrontation with Lauren, her shrill voice, Mia's angry glare, still echoes in his mind. He knows it's not over. Lauren isn't the type to accept defeat. His phone buzzes constantly, but he lets it sit, focusing on the laptop screen where work awaits. Then a message pops up, not from Lauren but from her brother, Derek. Ethan, we need to talk. Today, 3 p.m., coffee shop at Pike Place. Don't say no. Derek's message is curt, but Ethan senses the weight of family pressure building. Derek, 35, a banker in Bellevue, always plays neutral but never truly sides with him. Ethan frowns, considers ignoring it but replies, fine. 3 p.m. If they want drama, he'll face it. At Pike Place Market, the air hums with the smell of fresh fish, vendor shouts and tourist chatter. Ethan steps into the coffee shop, a cozy spot with red brick walls and a chalkboard menu. Derek is already there, suited up, eyes tense. Mia sits beside him, still hostile from last night. No Lauren, she's probably busy playing victim elsewhere. Sit, Derek says, voice aiming for conciliation. This has gone too far, Ethan. Lauren's falling apart. She says you locked her out, took her car. Do you know how this affects her job? Ethan leans back, twirling his coffee cup. Derek, Lauren wasn't locked out of her apartment because it's mine. She doesn't own the Tesla, it's in my name. She asked for no contact, then flew to Hawaii with Caleb. I'm just protecting myself. Mia explodes, slamming the table, drawing glances. Protecting yourself? You're acting like a petty jerk. Lauren just needed time and you've made her homeless. Ethan meets her gaze, voice low but sharp. She's crying over her own consequences, Mia. She chose Caleb, chose to lie. I'm not her servant, waiting for her to make up her mind. He pulls out his phone, opens Caleb's saved live stream and slides it toward them. This is her friend's vibe? Don't call me the bad guy. Derek glances at the screen, winces, then looks away. Okay, she was wrong not to be clear. But she's my sister, Ethan. She says she planned to break up last month but didn't want to hurt you. Can't you give her a chance? Ethan stiffens. Plan last month? So every smile, every shared moment lately was a lie. He keeps his voice steady. She was scared to hurt me, so she vacations with her ex and keeps me as a backup? Thanks for confirming, Derek. But no second chances. Mia stands, chair scraping the floor. You'll regret this, Ethan. I'll make sure everyone knows you're a creep. She storms out, leaving Derek shaking his head in apology. Ethan leaves the shop, Pike Place's air now heavier than Seattle rain. Less than an hour later, the drama erupts online. A post from Jenna, Lauren's co-worker, goes viral. Can't believe a guy would treat his girlfriend like this. Kicks her out, sells her car, all over a tiny misunderstanding. Men suck. The post includes a staged photo of Lauren crying. Comments flood in, mostly from Lauren's friends, calling Ethan cruel and selfish. His heart races, but he's not surprised. Lauren's always been good at spinning stories. He texts Sarah, his friend in Tacoma. Seen the online drama? Lauren's painting me as a monster. Sarah calls instantly furious. She's playing the victim. You need to clap back, Ethan. Don't let her win. With Sarah's encouragement, Ethan posts a short Instagram story, not an attack, just facts. A screenshot of Lauren's space text, a still from Caleb's livestream, and the caption. When someone asks for no contact and chooses someone else, what do? I chose to protect myself. The post blows up. Some mutual friends message apologies, admitting they only heard Lauren's side. But others, like Jenna, keep attacking, calling him heartless. Ethan blocks them, refusing to get dragged in. Then an email arrives from a cheap legal service, demanding $12,000 for Lauren's property damage and emotional distress. He laughs dryly, a desperate move. Back at the loft, Ethan sits in the dark, Seattle's neon lights glinting through the window. The drama is spreading, but he's unshaken. Lauren and her allies can scream, but the truth is on his side. He's ready for the next fight, whatever it is. The faint light of Seattle's dawn slips through the blinds of Ethan Carter's Belltown loft, spilling across his cluttered desk. His second coffee has gone cold, but Ethan, 32, stays glued to his laptop, tackling a rush software project. The drama with Lauren, the doorstep confrontation, the Pike Place argument, the social media attacks, lingers, but he's determined not to let it take over. His phone buzzes with a new email, its garish legal service logo screaming, "Claim demand from Lauren Hayes." Ethan smirks, she's at it again. The email is long-winded, riddled with typos, demanding $12,000 for property damage, the Tesla, and emotional distress. Ethan schemes it, recognizing a cheap scare tactic. He'd anticipated Lauren wouldn't stop after her online victim act. Without hesitating, he texts Rachel, a lawyer friend who helped with his lease. Need to meet ASAP. Legal trouble, he writes, attaching Lauren's email. That afternoon, Ethan sits in Rachel's small downtown Seattle office, its glass walls overlooking wet streets. Rachel, hair neatly bunned, scans the email on her tablet. This is legal garbage, she says, pushing up her glasses. They've got nothing. The Tesla's in your name, title, insurance, everything. Lauren's payments were for use, not ownership. As for the apartment, she has no tenancy rights. She's trying to intimidate, but it's flimsy. Ethan nods, relief creeping in. Can she sue? Rachel snorts. She can try, but with this email? No court would entertain it. I'll draft a response, listing your documentation and warning about litigation costs if she persists. She types rapidly on her laptop. Relax. You're in the clear. Ethan leaves the office, stepping into Seattle streets, where the scent of roasted coffee mixes with salty Puget Sound air. Rachel sends the response that evening, a sharp letter attaching the Tesla title, lease agreement, and Lauren's space text. It ends with a warning. Further harassment will lead to Ethan seeking legal fees. He checks the email on his phone, smiling. The ball's back in her court. But Lauren doesn't quit. The next morning, a call from the building management jolts Ethan. Mr. Carter, we've had a complaint about disturbances at your apartment, the manager Linda says over the phone. Noise, arguments in the hallway. Can you explain? Ethan grips the phone, anger flaring. Lauren, or maybe Mia, is playing dirty. He keeps his voice calm. Linda, my ex-girlfriend who's not on the lease, tried to get into the apartment after I changed the locks. She caused a scene once, but I handled it. She doesn't live here anymore and there's been no arguments inside. I can send hallway camera footage if you need. Linda hesitates, then says, no need. Just keep things quiet and we'll let it slide. Thanks for clarifying. Ethan exhales, but the sense of being attacked lingers. Lauren's trying to hit him from every angle, from social media to his landlord. Then an unexpected Instagram message pops up from Caleb Reed. Hey, I don't want trouble. Just want to talk. Ethan stares at the screen, finger hovering over the block button. Caleb, the musician who dragged Lauren into this mess, wants what? An apology? To gloat? Ethan doesn't care. He blocks the account, deletes the message, done with the noise. Enough. He texts Sarah, his Tacoma friend, with an update. She sent a legal email, then reported me to the landlord. Caleb even messaged me. This is nuts. Sarah replies instantly, you're handling it like a champ, Ethan. Don't let them drag you down. She's got nothing to win. Sarah's encouragement is a lifeline in the storm. That night, Ethan sits in his loft, streetlights glinting through the window. He double-checks his documents, Tesla title, lease, Rachel's email, all airtight. Lauren can scream, but she has no truth. He opens his laptop, dives back into his software project, refusing to let the drama derail him. Every step he's taken, changing locks, selling the car, countering legally, is a declaration. He's not prey. Lauren underestimated him and now she'll face reality. Seattle's sunset paints the skyline gold, filtering through the window of Ethan Carter's Belltown loft. Ethan, 32, stands in the kitchen chopping vegetables for dinner, the knife tapping rhythmically on the board. After weeks of chaos, Lauren's doorstep confrontation, the Pike Place argument, her legal stunts, the space around him feels calm at last. His phone stays quiet, no threatening texts or attack posts. But Ethan knows Lauren doesn't vanish easily. She always finds a way back to the spotlight, whatever it takes. News of Lauren comes through Alex, a mutual friend loosely tied to her circle. Ethan meets Alex at a small Capitol Hill bar, where green and red neon lights glow over craft beer bottles. Lauren's staying with Derek, Alex says, sipping an IPA. But she's driving his household nuts. No rent, no help, just complaining. Derek says she's like an uninvited guest who won't leave. Ethan swirls his beer, unsurprised. Lauren always leaned on others. First him, now her brother. How's she doing after Caleb? He asks, more curious than caring. Alex shrugs. Caleb ghosted her after Hawaii. Just wanted a fling, not responsibility. Lauren thought he'd stick around, but now she's got nothing but Instagram pics and an empty wallet. Ethan nods, a flicker of satisfaction rising, not from revenge but from fairness. Lauren chose and now she's paying the price. Through Alex, Ethan learns Lauren tried borrowing from her parents, but they could only help a little. She was used to a lavish life, event parties, designer clothes, the sleek Tesla, mostly funded by him. Now without him she faces reality, a drained bank account and no one willing to bankroll her anymore. She posts on social media ranting about selfish people and unfair life, but the responses dwindle. Even Jenna, the co-worker who attacked Ethan, stopped engaging when evidence of Lauren's Hawaii trip spread. One evening as Ethan checks emails, a text from an unknown number appears. Ethan, I messed up. Can we talk? I don't want to lose you. Lauren's fingerprints are all over it, sweet, desperate tone. He stares at the message, finger grazing the block button. A small part of him recalls their early days when he loved her. But then he remembers the live stream, the lies, the pointless legal email. He blocks the number, no reply. Lauren doesn't deserve a response. He stands, walking to the corner where Lauren's boxed belongings once sat, now empty. One item remains, the framed photo of them at Olympic National Park, face down in a drawer. Ethan picks it up, studying their smiles under lush trees. He's not angry anymore, just detached, like the photo belongs to someone else. He tosses it in the trash, the lid slamming shut, a final sound. Outside, Seattle shifts into dusk. Ethan steps onto the small balcony, breathing cool air laced with Puget Sound salt. The drama with Lauren drained him, but it taught him a lesson. No one gets to exploit his kindness. He didn't need to seek revenge, life did that. Lauren lost the apartment, the car, and the support of those who once believed her. She built her own trap and now she's stuck. Ethan returns to his desk, opens his laptop. His software project is nearly done, and for the first time in weeks he feels focused. Sarah texts, heard Lauren's making herself miserable. You okay? He replies briefly, good. Finally at peace. Sarah sends a fist bump emoji, a quiet cheer. As night falls, city lights reflect on the glass. Ethan gazes out, feeling the loft is truly his again. Lauren can keep whining, but she has no place in his world. He set boundaries and this time they won't break. Rain returns to Seattle, pattering on Belltown's cobblestone streets, but inside Ethan Carter's loft, the air feels different. The walls, once marked by Lauren, scented candles, fake laughter, are being reborn. Ethan, 32, stands in the living room, hands streaked with white paint, a roller in hand. He's decided to repaint the apartment, erasing the muted grays Lauren picked, replacing them with bright white, a statement of a fresh start. Each stroke claims his space back. Last weekend, Ethan ditched the old sofa where he and Lauren used to watch movies. In its place, he chose a navy blue armchair set, simple but cozy, positioned by the window overlooking Puget Sound. The loft now glows with light, despite the gloomy sky outside. He plays a soft jazz playlist, echoing advice from his neighbor Henry, good music soothes the soul, kid. Ethan smiles, feeling Henry was right. Work becomes an anchor. Ethan finishes a major software project, earning praise from his boss via email, great job, Carter. Take a few days off. He doesn't, but uses the momentum to try something new. One evening, browsing Seattle events, he signs up for a photography class at a Capitol Hill community center. He's always liked snapping photos on hikes but never got serious. The class is a chance to do something for himself, not someone else. At the photography class, Ethan meets Nora, a 30-year-old with an easy smile and a beat-up Nikon. She shows him how to adjust aperture, her voice excited as she talks about Rainier's sunset light. They chat during a break, and when dude, she even invites him to shoot photos in a park that weekend. No romantic sparks, but Ethan feels at ease, like he's found a kindred spirit. "You should shoot more Seattle rain," Nora says, swapping numbers. Ethan smiles, thinking of new possibilities, but he's in no rush. Ethan's social life slowly blooms. Sarah, his Tacoma friend, drags him hiking in Olympic National Park. Under dense trees, with damp air and gurgling streams, Ethan tells Sarah about the weeks of drama with Lauren. "You're stronger than I thought," Sarah says, tossing a rock into the water. "I'd have lost it and smashed something." Ethan laughs, his first real laugh in weeks. "Thought about it," he admits, "but I locked her out instead." Sarah claps his shoulder, eyes proud. Back at the loft, Ethan checks his phone. No texts from Lauren, no threatening emails. Alex, the mutual friend, messages, "Lauren moved back to her parents in Spokane." Still spinning her abandoned story, but fewer people buy it. Ethan doesn't reply. Lauren burned her bridges and he's not responsible for putting out her fires. He thinks of the trashed photo, their early days. The pain has faded, replaced by clarity. He deserves honesty and he won't compromise. That night, Ethan sits in his new armchair watching rain through the window. Pike Place Market's lights flicker in the distance, like the city's pulse. The loft is his, not just on paper but in spirit. He opens his laptop, editing a photo from class, a misty trail in Olympic. The image feels peaceful, and for the first time Ethan feels he's on the right path. A rare cloudless sky brightens Seattle, sunlight flooding the bustling streets around Pike Place Market. Ethan Carter, 32, weaves through the crowd, holding a hot coffee from his usual spot. The scent of fresh pastries and fish vendors' calls blend into the city's lively rhythm. His Belltown loft is fully his now, clean, renewed, free of Lauren's shadow. After weeks of turmoil, her betrayal, family drama, legal antics, Ethan feels a calm in his soul, like Seattle gifted him a sunny day to celebrate. Sitting on a wooden bench by the waterfront, Ethan watches ferries glide across Puget Sound, steam rising from his coffee. He reflects on the journey, the shock of seeing Lauren with Caleb on a live stream, the decision to change locks, sell the Tesla, and face her accusations. Each step was a test. He could have caved, let Lauren back with her fake apologies. But he chose differently, chose himself, chose boundaries, chose truth. It wasn't revenge, it was natural justice. Lauren reaps what she sowed. He recalls Sarah's words from their Olympic hike. "You did the right thing, Ethan. Not everyone has the guts to stand up." Her words echo, reinforcing his resolve. Friends like Sarah or even Henry with his witty quips helped him through. Even Nora, his new photography class friend, brought a spark. Not love, but hope for untainted connections. Lauren is the past now. Through Alex, Ethan hears she's in Spokane with her parents, still playing the victim. But her story's losing traction. Those who believed her, like Jenna, went quiet when the truth surfaced. Caleb, the musician, never resurfaced as Ethan predicted. Lauren gambled everything, the relationship, her cushy Seattle life, and lost it all. Ethan doesn't gloat, but he feels it's fair. She chose her path. He opens his phone, reviewing a photo from his class. A Pike Place Market corner at sunset, stalls vibrant with color. He posted it on Instagram not to brag but to mark a moment of rediscovered joy. A comment from Nora pops up, "Great shot. Photo hunt this weekend." Ethan smiles, typing back, "Definitely." His life is unfolding in small but steady steps. Standing, Ethan walks along the waterfront, the breeze carrying Puget Sound's salty tang. He thinks of the biggest lesson from this. Self-respect isn't selfish, it's foundational. Lauren exploited his kindness, but he learned to say no. Changing locks, selling the car, cutting contact, those weren't petty acts, they were declarations he deserves respect. And if someone can't offer that, they have no place in his life. He stops at a Pike Place flower stall, buying a small bunch of white daisies, not for anyone but to brighten his loft. Back home, he sets them on the table, sunlight streaming through the window, making the room glow. His software project is done, praised by his boss, and he's planning another hike, maybe with Nora or Sarah. Life isn't perfect, but it's his, and for the first time in months he feels free. Turning to an imaginary YouTube camera, Ethan says, "If someone betrays you, don't be afraid to set boundaries. You don't need revenge, just live your truth. They'll face their consequences. And you? You'll find your light, like a rare sunny day in Seattle. He smiles, eyes bright, then steps out of frame, leaving the white daisies glowing in the golden light.